Hi there, today I'm going to show you how to make a sawtooth star quilt block, and with the instructions that I give you, this will make a 8.5 by 8.5 block, I think. So yeah, I also want to say I'm not a professional, I just started quilting, but I hope this video helps. So for this block, you can use as many different colors of fabric that you want. For this tutorial, I am just going to use 2 colors. So you're going to have color A and color B. For me, color A is going to be this flower print, and of this you're going to need 1 4.5 by 4.5 inch square block and 4 3 and 1/8 inch blocks. And for the second fabric, which is kind of going to be like the background fabric, so for me that's this like tan color, you will need a 1 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch block and then 4 2.5 inch blocks. I have all my blocks laid out here, and you're going to take the 4 3 and 1/8 inch blocks and draw a line from one corner to the other corner on each of the 4 blocks. And then what you're going to do is take the second fabric and lay it down, and then with the lines that you drew on these, you're just going to match them up corner to corner and then pin them together. Also, these need to be the right side to right side facing fabric. And then what you want to do here is sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance on each side of the line that you drew. I kind of line my presser foot up with the line here, and you're just going to sew the whole way down and then flip it around and do the same thing starting here and sew all the way down. This is what the final product will look like. The back of that. Next, you're just going to lay this down and take your rotary cutter and literally just cut right on this line. I drew my line with pencil, hopefully it washes out. So then you have 2 of these little pieces. And then what you're going to do is iron them to make the seams flat, and it'll look like this. Okay, I'll show you how I iron these. Next, you just need these 2 pieces that we just ironed, and then the other 2 3 and 1/8 blocks that we have left over, and they should have your lines drawn on them. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece and this block, and the line should be going down, and then you just want to match up the corner and do the same sewing technique. So you'll pin this if you want to, you don't have to, and then sew a 1/4 inch seam on either side of the line, and then you'll also repeat that for this block as well. These are what my pieces look like now. I also might have forgot to mention that this needs to be the right side facing down again, and you're just going to take your rotary cutter and just cut along the pencil line again. Now you have 4 of these little guys to iron open, and congratulations, you just made a flying geese. They're called something like that, I don't know. Now we're going to lay everything out and begin to sew the block together. You should have 4 flying geese, 4 of your color B block, which is your background, and then the 4.5 inch block. Did forget to mention, before you piece everything together, you have to trim these to fit 2.5 inches this way and 4.5 inches this way. And to do this, I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but I just take my ruler and kind of just trim off a little bit from all 4 sides until it's those measurements. I'll try to show you what I do. So here's 2.5 inches to this mark. So I literally just line the ruler up kind of in the middle, and then I'll just trim this piece off here and then turn it around and do the same thing, and then I do that on the other side to fit 4.5 inches. I trimmed all of my pieces here and laid everything out, and this is what it should look like. So basically you will just sew, how I do it, I sew like this row, this row, this row, and then sew them all three of those together. But obviously you can make this with any fabric colorway you want to. You can do a different color in the middle if you want, or do different corners. Obviously you can do anything, but I personally like the two colors. I think it looks really nice. Hey, this is my finished quilt block. I don't know if you have to have a lot of skill to make this because I'm definitely a beginner and it doesn't look too bad. I don't know if, you know what, I think this would be beginner friendly, honestly. So yeah, try this if you're interested in making a quilt. I think this is gonna look really cute. I have a bunch of different like shades of floral fabrics, so it might take a while to make all these blocks, but it's gonna be worth it in the end. So yeah, try this and let me know how it goes.